And you know by now, if you've been following me, I'm a live and let live kind of gal. To each his own. Do what makes you happy and what you believe in, as long as it doesn't harm anyone else. I'm all for it because really, in the end, nobody really knows what life is all about. I mean, we all have our own ideas and our own thoughts. You know. Oh my God, you guys, it is absolutely stunning outside right now. I mean, just gorgeous. And I'm stuck inside doing chores. I feel like I did when I was a little girl. My mom wouldn't let me go out on Saturdays because I didn't have my room clean. But I did laundry yesterday. I did the easy part. I threw it in the washer and the dryer. That's the easy part of doing laundry. The hard part is actually putting it on hangers and putting it away. And that's what I'm going to work on today while I talk to you guys. So, yeah, I need to close my laptop. I've been just reading the comments. You guys are so amazing. I get some wonderful, wonderful comments. And you know by now, if you've been following me, I'm a live and let live kind of gal. To each his own. Do what makes you happy and what you believe in, as long as it doesn't harm anyone else. I'm all for it because really, in the end, nobody really knows what life is all about. I mean, we all have our own ideas and our own thoughts. Like our spiritual awareness. Um, that's the one thing that most people, whatever it is you believe in, and it brings you inner peace, you want to share that with other people. So I get that. People want to share that feeling. And I'm the same way. I feel like I've found um, what I totally believe in. And I've searched, I'm 63. I've been searching my whole life. I was brought up in a very strict, fundamental Christian household and born again. And we studied all kinds of religions and studied the Bible. And I was serious about it because it was important to me. It was something I really wanted to know. And after studying and following different religions and going to various churches, I was probably in my 40s when I came to the conclusion that I don't believe in organized religion, but I believe that it's very important that you have your own, um, you follow your own path as far as that goes. It's important, and even if that means you choose to be a non-believer or an atheist, I would never argue with anybody. I used to. I would argue to the death because I just knew I was right and they were wrong, and I just wanted them to see things my way. And eventually, I came to the conclusion that we're not all going to see things the same way. I mean, scholars have been fighting about it for thousands of years, and they haven't gotten anywhere. And so I try to leave that alone. It's a personal issue, but I appreciate when people just want to share their joy, and they think that their joy is going to be my joy. you know so I try to be respectful of everybody's beliefs, and I just ask that they be respectful of mine because I do take it very serious and it's personal. And like I said, as I've gotten older, I learned that there's some things that you just don't need to go around shouting about. You live your life in such a way that it reflects your beliefs, and people will see, okay, she's obviously doing something right because she seems really happy and her life is okay. I've managed to get this far and I haven't killed myself yet, so I don't know, maybe I'm doing something right. I don't feel like I know everything at this age. I always heard that by the time you get to be in your 60s, you'll have some kind of wisdom or knowledge. I don't feel like that. I feel like I'm still, searching. But for the most part, I feel like I'm 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 a content person. Could things be better? Heck yeah, always, always. But for the most part, I think my biggest failure, if you want to refer to it as that, is I just didn't focus more on money. Maybe I should have, but I focused on relationships, and that's paid off in spades. I invested heavily in that, and I'm super rich when it comes to relationships and love and family. I'm very, very fortunate. So that was a great investment. I don't regret investing as much time as I did in that. and part of that was being a stay-at-home mom, which meant I missed out on money I could have been making, during those years, but that wouldn't have made any difference. I probably wouldn't be as close as I am now to my kids, but I might have a little more money. I would choose being closer to my kids. That's just me though. And that's what I mean by I'm a live and let live kind of person. If you opted to go a different way and you're happy, then that's the key, right? I just want everybody to be happy. And right now I'm trying to rectify my financial situation by working. Um, like I said, do I wish I was retired? Heck yeah, I wish I was a millionaire. I wish I was traveling, but I'm not. And no use just sitting around crying about it and being sad. That's not going to do anything. So I'm trying to make the most of it and have a positive attitude. So let me have a positive attitude. I get these flyby comments where they just want me to feel bad. And it's like, trust me, I do feel bad. But if I went around just feeling sad and bad all the time, that's not going to be helpful. So I try to focus on the fact that I am able to go back to work and that I am healthy and that I've been fortunate to find work. It's not ideal, of course, but it's bringing in money, and that's the goal right now, is bringing in money. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. Honestly, there isn't anything else I really want to do. Like I said, there's never been a job that I really wanted to do that made a ton of money. Most of the jobs that I wanted to do didn't pay a lot. So for me to be doing this job that pays okay, I'm fine with it. I can call my own hours. I can go in when I feel like it, not go in. I can work as late as I want if I really want to hustle. So for me, this has actually been a blessing. I'm going to stick with it. I do have a day job that I go to, and I do punch a time clock for that. So it's nice to have, side jobs that I can do at my leisure when I feel like doing it, when I can schedule it around my life. So I'm going to continue doing this until I can't, and if something better comes along. But something better hasn't come along. I don't really want to do retail. I would if I didn't have this job. I would continue pursuing that. I did. I looked at it, but not appealing to me. Actually, none of it is. None of it's appealing to me. This is actually the most appealing job. It's because, like I said, I can call my own hours. I can work as hard or as easy as I want. So yeah, I'm fine with that. As far as the weight loss thing goes, I really appreciated all your guys' comments. I know you guys didn't see the part where I said I don't want any advice. You missed that part. I don't mind. Honestly, I know it came from a good place. You guys are trying to be helpful and you care about me, and I do appreciate that. But if you read the comments, all different. Everybody has different advice. I can't take all your advice because they conflict with each other, but I do appreciate it. And the thing is, different things work for different people. And if I had found out what works for me by now, I'd be skinny, but I haven't. And I've tried them all. So, it's not like I haven't tried all the different diets and stuff. And but overall, carnivore has been the absolute best. Hands down. No other diet ever has given me the results. And for that, I'm truly grateful. I mean, it's healed all my ailments. I feel fantastic. I'm 63. I've got energy. Yeah, it's been wonderful. The weight loss is stalled, and it's just bumming me out because it's like I thought by now I'd have lost it all, and I haven't. But obviously there's something I can do to change this, right? I've got to do something, whether it's the intermittent fasting. I think a big part of it, and some of you have suggested, is just eating after 5, because that's one of my biggest downfalls. I can go all day without eating, just have my coffee. And then once I'm not moving, when I'm down for the night, that's when I get hungry and I snack. I still eat just, low carb stuff, but still I'm eating. I keep my carbs under 10 max. I have maybe 10 carbs a day. I might have to go down lower because I'm insulin resistant. So it might be that. I do know you're right. I do need to up my calories because I don't eat like I'm supposed to. I do find myself eating, under 1,000 calories a day, and that's why I needed to up my variety so that I want to eat because just the idea of eating meat sometimes gets monotonous. So I'm going to make some changes, but I'm not going to share all my changes because then I'll have to listen to everybody's opinions. And as much as I love you guys all have different opinions. And, it just, so I will make some changes. We'll see what happens. And if it works, then I'll come back and share those with you so you guys can see where I'm at. But yeah, I just know I got to do something. I've been at this standstill for far too long. And I've tried different things, and what I've tried obviously isn't working. But so now I've got to try something else. I'll just keep trying until I figure it out. I'm just going to keep making changes along the way. Eventually, something's got to help, right? But in the meantime, I'm down 56 pounds. I feel good. It's been wonderful. I've never felt this way. 63 years old, and I've never felt healthy. My whole life, I was sick. And it really bums me out that I spent so many years feeling so crappy. And it was from, the wrong diets, just eating bad foods, mainly sugar. I'm going to blame it on sugar. Sugar is evil, and I miss it so much. But I did good. The other night I went to Dairy Queen to pick up an order, and I was fine. I wasn't even tempted, which that's huge. That's like going into, your drug dealer's house and all the drugs are laying around and you're not even interested. So I've come a long way. I'm proud of myself for that. So yeah, I'm not going to give this up. I might incorporate, like I said, some more vegetables. I'm not going to, bring in the sugar and the processed carbs, but I'm going to be doing a few other things. How long have I talked? 11 minutes. It's going to be another one. I'll keep it. I don't want to make it 20, but obviously it's not going to be 10. And some of you like the longer ones. Some of you prefer the shorter ones. And for those that prefer the shorter ones, bye. You probably don't want to watch the rest of this. Yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit more about my day. I'm supposed to be putting my laundry away. I can't double task, obviously. But I am going to go out and do Uber today sometime. It's Sunday. I don't know if I should wait till later. Like I said, I don't like to drive after dark. It doesn't get dark till around 7:30. So I could go out. Maybe I'll go out at like 4 and see. I haven't gone out that early yet. I'll try that and see if that works. But it's so nice out. Like I said, I really want to be out doing something. I'm ready to plant. You've seen the backyard. Doesn't it look good? My husband did a good job. But we're at that point now where we can start planting flowers. I don't think we're getting more frost. So maybe I'll do something like that. But anyway, let me do this or I'm never going to get it done. And I do need coffee. I'm already tired. I've been up for 6 hours already, been busy doing stuff, and my energy level's dropping. Can you tell? And I always get raspy voiced. I can hear it. I don't know if you guys can, but yeah. Let me get some coffee, finish my chores, and I'll be back. So don't go anywhere.